Welcome to the American Dream, a national TV show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture. A real show, not a reality show. And today, we're going to Texas, and we're visiting with Tricia Turner. She is a rock star in the real estate business. She's going to show us some luxury lifestyle down there. Let's go check out the American Dream with Tricia right now.
The search is over, baby. I'm right here, and I got it.
The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted.
I got it.
These are stories for you and by you.
Tricia Turner here. I am on my way for a holiday weekend at the lake. Why am I going there? Because I work really, really hard. And one of my goals was always to be able to have an office at the lake and a lake house to be able to go out on a boat because the lake is soothing. And so I'm headed there right now for a long weekend with my family. If you're looking about where you should invest your money, there's no sounder investment than real estate. And why not a second home? Why not a lake property? It gives you time with your family, making memories that'll last forever, gives you some downtime, and the lake is amazing. Today, I am super excited because we are coming to you from Cold Spring, Texas. We are actually in Cape Royale, which is a community here. It was always a goal of mine to have a house on the lake and an office on the lake. And a few months ago, I acquired a lake house. And then, of course, once I got here to Cape Royale and realized the need for a great real estate broker here and an amazing real estate team, no better person than Jessica LaForce was brought into my life. And so, welcome, Jessica.
Thank you. I love it here. This is absolutely a peaceful, serene location. And there is actually a lot to do and a lot to be thankful for here. You come out to absolute serene nature.
Yeah.
You are sitting, drinking coffee, staring at a gorgeous lake in the morning, and then you get to work in the most beautiful place.
So when I came here, I was like, oh my gosh, super impressed. There's homes that range anywhere from, well, we've got small ones. What's the smallest one?
Probably about $100,000 on the low end.
100,000. What's the high end?
$4 million.
Check that out. So COVID came around and everybody was having to work from home. That changed things a whole lot. So for me, I am traditionally working every single day at a fast pace. Coming to the lake was very peaceful. And so now, because so many people are working from home, what we're finding is a lot of people are moving away from the city because they're working out of their house. And so what better place to be than working from the lake?
And with high-speed internet.
Yes!
We have fiber here.
We do have fiber here. Yes.
It's amazing.
And there are people that are building here. So we actually have a house under contract right now that was just completely remodeled, correct?
Correct.
These people, now check this out. These people had only been here to the lake one time. They came here, they wanted to see, they rented a house because there's Airbnb here as well. Rented a house, spent one weekend here, and decided they have to have a second home here. So there's a lot of that here now.
There is, and you can have a home and share it and experience it and share the joy of being out here because it's just amazing. You have a marina, and this community here does really cool stuff. Like it has an aqua aerobics class that's free in the community. You have golf cart poker, you have bingo, you have casino night, you have movie night. This community, Cold Spring itself here, is focused on all sorts of history as well. This town had a Revolutionary War soldier that actually acquired the land to start with. And then it spanced into its own little town, and it grew as a trading town, and they traded furs and goods and all sorts of things. And it went through the Civil War, and it has grown and developed and changed all throughout history and survived and flourished.
Jessica, tell everybody just one of your favorite things about Cape Royale, and then we'll end it there.
My favorite thing is the sunsets here. Absolutely. The sunsets stretch across the water, and they're a different color every night. And I enjoy the sunsets and a glass of wine the most.
I love that. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Dixie is our preferred partner, our mortgage lender, and she is amazing. And she also has a house here on the lake. Welcome, Dixie.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Tell everybody a little bit about you, where you've come from, how long you've been in the industry, and what your company is.
Well, I'm with Homebridge Financial Services and the Dixie Sanders mortgage team. I've done mortgage lending since I say God was a boy, but a very long time. The lake is just another place to do it, and it brings even more joy to people. So it's exciting to help people with financing for second homes. And people are always amazed that they can get a second home so easy. Second homes basically are 10% down, and that's not that much. A lot of people, it's 20 or 30%. It's not. And most of the areas around the lake aren't really high taxes or high HOA, homeowners association, so your payment sometimes wouldn't be as high as where you normally live.
So I know there's a lot of people that think getting a second home, your interest rate's going to be super high. What's your thoughts on
Interest
that?
rate's the exact as a normal owner-occupied home. There's no difference. You know, it's all built in there. You've got 20 things that go into your rate. So know that whatever your rate would be for buying owner-occupied is the same as if you were buying a second home. So if it's 3%, it's 3%.
So right now it shows nationally that 50% of all homeowners have at least 50% equity in their home.
Yes, they do.
So what should they be doing with that equity?
Taking it out and buying a second home, there's your down payment if you don't have anything saved. If you have other debt you need to pay off, you could pay off all your other debt, probably lower your house payment and buy a second home. Hello, it's time to do it.
It is. I love it. Thank you so much, Dixie, for explaining this.
Thank you.
Tricia Turner here, and my little helper Justin. This is my son. He often comes with me when we're going to go do an awesome shoot for the American Dream TV show. We are outside of this luxury listing. This is not one of our listings. This is one of my colleagues' listings, and he's going to give us a tour. We are here in Onalaska, outside this beautiful house that is on the lake. So you guys come check it out. Let me get my son in here. Come on in, Justin.
Hi.
Thank you so much
Welcome.
for coming. Hi, nice to meet
Good to see you.
Super excited to meet you here. I got my little boy with me here at work today, but I'm excited to see this house because online it looks amazing. So thank you so much for bringing me here and letting
Absolutely.
us shoot the show here.
All right, well,
Let's
come on
see.
inside.
Come on, let's take a look.
This is why people build on the lake.
Yeah.
That's just because of those amazing views and the boating activities that you can have right at the edge of your property.
Right.
The house is 9,200 square feet under
Okay.
roof with 7,200 square feet of air-conditioned space.
Okay.
We have 4 bedrooms in the main house with 4.5 baths. We also have a guest apartment over the garage, which
Okay.
has 2 bedrooms and 2.5 baths there as well. So you actually have 6 bedrooms in this property.
Okay.
Most people are moving to the lake for full time because of COVID, and they can actually spend time with their children. If on their off time when they're not doing the homeschooling, they can be on the lake.
So is this house custom designed?
Yes, they actually picked every little finish out herself. She's very well traveled, and she's also an artist.
Oh, nice.
So you can see there's paintings throughout the home that is her work.
Okay.
She's very talented, and you can see it through how she furnished her home.
I bet so. But you know, for me, I would be like parked right here every day looking at the views.
Absolutely. We're on the top end right now.
I bet.
There's some wonderful properties around the lake. We have different sections of the lake. The lake is so large.
Yes.
So you could have anywhere from a $200,000 home up into the millions. And it really all depends on how you're going to use the property.
This is an amazing owner's retreat.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and the views, oh my gosh. So, since it's facing the east, sunrise is over here. I could totally get used to waking up to this every day.
Imagine every single day looking out the window and seeing your very own lakefront property and the sunrise.
I love this.
Every room in this house kind of has a little theme to it.
Okay.
And she has built the entire room around this wallpaper.
Oh my gosh.
So she decorated because of how much she loved that wallpaper. This room right here, the owner's retreat, this is where people spend most of their time. You know, you have $1 million view. It's something that, you know, every house should have.
Yes, they should.
The most amazing piece in this whole house is the owner's closet.
Very grand. I love this. Oh my gosh.
She loves fashion,
impressive.
and she loves to have, again, color and textiles.
Love this. Gosh, this is amazing. You gotta see this carpet. Tell me about this.
This is probably the most beautiful cabinet top I've ever seen. She's thought about everything just like the other rooms.
Yeah.
She has thought about putting in a steamer.
Okay.
So, you know, for those people that are dieting, it's very easy.
Yes.
She thought all the way down to putting drawers for china
Oh my goodness.
versus regular cabinets where you have to bend over and get something out. And then she designed also the covering for the refrigerator and freezer. It's definitely a gourmet kitchen with that range. You know, I would love to have one of those in my home.
I would too. Yeah,
So
this is beautiful.
she does a lot of cooking and she does a lot of entertaining, so it makes it very easy with this setup.
Yeah, definitely. I can get used to this.
Amazing views.
It
They
is
don't stop all day long.
Oh my gosh.
The outdoor kitchen is very important to people. And
It
with
is.
this one, it is so large.
this.
You have a whole living area, dining, and full kitchen.
Yeah.
So they've also paid attention to every detail out here as well. So entertaining wise, on the lake, with these views again,
Yeah.
You can't
Outdoor
beat it.
fireplace. I
absolutely.
love this. I could sit out here every night. You know, buyer's main concern is one of them is the outdoor living space. You guys, this house checks every box. Outdoor living space, indoor to die for, pool, on the lake. It doesn't get any better than this.
No, it doesn't.
Thank you so much for showing us this house.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
Hey, you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I am now at the end of our day here on the lake. It's Lake Livingston. This is Living on the Lake. I'm Tricia Turner. Stay tuned for the next episode of The American Dream. Bye.
One of the things I've really enjoyed about launching the American Dream all across the country is that I've been able to meet the best of the industry in all of these different cities. Tricia Turner, one of the top producers in the country, right there in Houston, Texas. Well, earlier this week, she sat down with another one. Colby Lampman, who's out of Boise, Idaho. You're going to hear Game recognizes Game, two of the best in the industry, talking shop about the real estate marketplace. Let's check it out.
Hey, you guys, Tricia Turner here with the American Dream TV, and I am super excited to have a conversation today with Colby. Hi, Colby.
Hi, Tricia. How are you?
I am great. Hey, for everybody that's watching, can you please tell us where you are in the United States and a little bit about yourself?
Awesome. Yes, Tricia, absolutely. So my name is Colby Lampman. I am in the Boise, Idaho, as you guys know it, Treasure Valley, they call it here, area. And I am a real estate broker here. I own Homes of Idaho Real Estate, where we have several offices around the Boise market, and very tuned in and plugged into this area. I'm excited to share more about our area, our business, and then excited to hear more about yours, Tricia. Do you mind sharing for all the people watching here in Boise more about you?
Absolutely. My name is Tricia Turner, of course. I've been in real estate over 25 years. Also am a broker, and I'm in Houston, Texas. I run a large team. Right now we have about 14 agents. We've dropped down some, but we are laser focused on taking over the Houston market. So I'm excited to talk to you, Colby, because not often do I get to sit and do a broker to broker conversation from somebody, you know, basically on the other side of the United States. So super happy about this.
I love it. Yes, I absolutely love it. Anytime the collaboration, you know, I love visiting with people in other areas, because we're all dealing with some of the similar things right now, you know, in the country. You know, there's things that we're all going through, but I feel like it's affected us differently, you know, affected us in our market differently than it's affected you in your market. And we're always seeing different things. And sometimes it's like a wave effect, you know, where certain things that happen in some areas, it takes a while to hit in other areas. And so it's always fun and exciting to collaborate, because I always feel like there's things I learn, or, you know, I hear about something and then a few months later, all of a sudden it's relevant in our market. So yeah, it's awesome.
So here in Houston, before COVID hit, now, of course, we're hopefully coming towards the end of this, we hope, but before it hit, our inventory was, we kind of had like a balanced market. We were on the brink of having a really good seller's market. And then, of course, COVID hit and things came to a screeching halt for just a brief second. Here in Houston, we were shut down for a couple of weeks. In our office, we actually, my marketing director and I came into the office every single day, and we got laser focused on tweaking our marketing materials. And so our goal was, of course, once we were allowed to go back into people's homes and go on to appointments, was to ramp things back up, because we cannot let our industry, you know, lie. And so for us in our market, COVID has actually had a lot of silver linings. Our market is on fire. Our inventory is at an all-time low. It's hard for buyers to find a home, but sellers are loving it. How has your market been before COVID, and what are you kind of seeing now?
Yeah. So question for you before I get into that, did you ever fully shut down your office and real estate? And did you actually have things happen where you weren't physically able to be inside of people's houses or show homes? Did that actually happen in your market?
So in Houston, we were deemed essential, thank heavens, but it was kind of frowned upon, of course. So open houses were shut off, but we did go out on appointments. The office was open every day, but we didn't have agents coming in and out. It's basically me and the marketing director here, and a couple of agents would trickle in and out. But that really only lasted about 30 days. And then we were back out on appointments.
Wow. Okay. So there's a lot of similarities, a lot of alignment there. We were essential here as well. I know states around me where they were in full shutdown mode, where there was nothing you could do. Even real estate agents were, you know, there wasn't that essential, you know, business type setup where they could actually go do anything if it wasn't remote. So yeah, it's same thing. Everything you described is exactly what I feel like we are experiencing here, is just low inventory attributing to huge increases in value. What is the like average home price there?
Well, so in Houston, we've got a lot of suburbs. Of course, the city of Houston, there's a higher price point. I'm in the suburbs. And so you're looking at like 275, 300.
Very nice.
So you can definitely get a big house for the money. But what's really popular here, especially in Houston, are second homes, because we're surrounded by a lot of lake areas. I've got a lake house. Austin is just a couple hours away. A lot of different communities are well within under 2 hours from Houston. And so people aren't traveling as much. They're able to work from home. And so they're like, I'm going to go get a lake house and go work from the lake. So second homes are huge here now. It's become a big market. Yep.
We might be doing business. I might need a lake house for my.
You totally do.
Yes, that's awesome.
Do. So what's your thoughts about, as we come out of COVID, how do you think it's going to change the real estate market? How do you think your market's going to fare through this?
Yeah, so that question definitely gets asked a lot by a lot of people. I don't think, and I've realized this, nobody knew what was going to happen this year. This was a very unexpected thing that nobody would have been able to predict, for any of us in the industry or anybody for that matter, to know that this was going to happen, and then let alone what kind of impact it was going to have on our real estate market. I would have never had guessed that, something like, COVID-19 would have had this kind of a impact on the real estate market overall, where the demand would have remained so high through all the uncertainty that, there's still a lot of, so much demand, interest rates hitting all-time lows, just all of this that's happened that's contributed to a very healthy real estate market.
No, and here in Houston, there was that same kind of mindset. I'll wait for the market to crash. I'm going to wait for home values and all these foreclosures to hit the market. So here's reality. It's like, you know what? There'll be some foreclosures, well, naturally because of unemployment. But when you look at the grand picture, most of the people had anywhere between 30 and 50% equity in their homes. And so they're able to sell their homes, maybe not do a cash out refi, but they can sell their homes. They may have to be a renter for a year once they get another job, but you know what? They'll be buyers again. So you're not going to see a big rash of foreclosures, and you're not going to see home values go down. I'm with you. Same thing here in Houston. Great time to buy, great time to sell.
Oh my goodness. Yes. There's websites that put out inaccurate information. It's bait. They're putting out bait saying, hey, register on our site. Well, I give you access to foreclosures or pre-foreclosures. Then you get logged in or you spend money on their site and there's nothing, because nothing exists. There's not this all of a sudden hidden, list of foreclosures that everybody's hiding from someone. It doesn't exist, because like you said, if they can't afford their next mortgage payment, they're looking at their equity position that they have, and they're able to sell and make a large profit. So nobody's letting their home foreclose because they don't need to. They're not in a situation where their value is so close to what they owe on their home, where they're just letting it go back to the bank and they're not wasting their hassle. Nobody's going to flush that kind of equity down the toilet and let the bank, reap the benefit. So if they're even remotely looking at maybe I might be behind on my mortgage, or I'm being furloughed, or, anything where they're not going to be able to afford their payment, they're finding a way out. They're not letting their home go to foreclosure. They're not letting it sell for dirt cheap.
No, and for Q4, we were just actually studying the economic forecast for Q4 in 2021, and the numbers that are in so far have us year over year. We're still at an increase from 2019 despite this pandemic, and 2021 is supposed to be even better and explosive. So the real estate industry is booming. I cannot wait to see what the next year does.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I tell you what, I have totally enjoyed our conversation today. I love collaborating with other brokers and industry leaders. So thank you so much for doing this, Colby.
Same here, Tricia. Yeah, it's been really nice. I love hearing about other markets. Hearing about Houston makes me want to, book a trip right now and come find my lake house. So
yes,
thanks for sharing all the amazing things about Houston, and it was awesome to be able to share with you. And thanks for being here.
Definitely. We'll see you guys on the next American Dream.
So we've seen a lot of Texas. We've seen a great interview among some power players across the country. Now, what if you want to accomplish the American dream of homeownership in Texas? Well, Tricia Turner and her team, they are top realtors, and they represent a lot of the inventory. So we asked them to share with us some properties they have on the market. So we're going to go check that out right now.
If you're looking for resort living, then welcome to 164 Tigerville Road on the waterfront of Lake Livingston. This 6+ acre property has a home that's 4,588 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 3 baths. But wait until you see the pool. This 180,000-gallon swimming pool was featured on HGTV's Cool Pools. It also has a 225-foot-long lazy river. If you have guests over, they can stay in the 2,400-square-foot pool house. There's a 2,000-square-foot boathouse with 5 boat lifts. And there's also a 6,400-square-foot shop. If you're looking for luxury living on the lake, welcome to 121 Atlantis, located on the waterfront of Lake Livingston. This 1-acre property has a beautiful 1-story home with 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, with expansive lake views throughout the home. The Xfinity swimming pool is complete with waterfall, hot tub, and a grotto. Looking to improve your golf shot? There's also a 7-hole putting green on the property. It also has a boathouse with 2 boat slips. Welcome to 235 Peninsula Drive, located in the gated community of Cedar Point on Lake Livingston. This home is just steps away from the waterway. This new construction home is 2 stories with 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, and the sought-after open concept floor plans. And if you're looking for a place to entertain outdoors, you'll absolutely love the wraparound porch on this home.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's version of The American Dream out of Texas. We've taken the show all across the country, and I've always said each market has its own little ecosystem on how it works and how this show highlights the best of those marketplaces. Tricia Turner, one of the best in the business. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I want to remind you, if you want to follow us on social media, you certainly can at The American Dream TV. Thanks for tuning in today. And of course, as always, cheers to your American dream.